Welcome back. Didn't see you there. I didn't realise I had to start recording right now, but that's what we're doing. Anyway, yeah, so welcome. Welcome one and all back to single player. You might remember last time I was working on this residential area. I've added sides, I've added backs to all the houses and the roof, as you can see. So I've basically done most of the work off camera, which I felt a bit bad about doing, but I really just wanted to get it done. I was on a call with someone and I was just fooling about and I was just trying to experiment with all this. So yeah, as you can see, this is what it looks like from the inside. It looks really nice from the inside. I really like it. One thing to note, there's not much privacy because as you can see there's big windows here facing right onto the street, so hopefully whoever has this house purchases some curtains. You know. Anyway, so yeah, I even don't mind this sort of pattern here. I think it looks nice and quaint or something. I don't know. We can add some sort of vegetation thing here or something. I don't know. Or even better, we could put another building here and you won't be able to tell the difference because this will all be hidden. So let's go inside one of the houses and see what it's like. Oh, okay, yep. Bit of a drop in this one. It won't stay like this permanently, but as you can see, I did what I said I was going to do, and we've now got a lower section of housing here on the back street that goes round the wall. So I'm not sure. I could either do one house with 2 floors or 2 houses on one on each floor. So I'm not sure what I'll do, but probably the latter. But yeah, overall I'm very happy with how this is going. We might be able to get away with putting something here, I don't know. But there is still space for the odd buildings here or there. And this is what it looks like from down here. I think it is looking quite good. I'm happy with it. So we're not going to be working on the residential area today. I'm going to leave that for another day. It's not, I would say it's finished, but it's very much in an advanced stage. I'm going to kind of, I guess, use this episode to think about what I want to do with this, because this is a big hill. Well, it's not a big hill, but it's a hill that I could do one of 2 things with. I could either keep it as it is and build around it, or I could tear it down. Tearing it down wouldn't be a bad idea, and I don't even mind if it would take a long time, because as you can see, the wall is actually, it runs down there. So, you know, in a way it would make sense to tear down the hill, but at the same time, I kind of want to just leave it and use it, because it's kind of a cool feature. I did have a plan to maybe break down this part of the wall and build another gate, because we've got 2 gates, one there, then a kind of another one over there. So we kind of need one over here. I kind of want to do that, but at the same time, the thing is, where would it go? Like, the gate would go out to a mountainside, which is not really... well, there's nothing special. It's not like there's anything to go out to. Basically, my plan is, and this is thinking far in the future when the city's finished, if that ever happens, but basically, we've got the back gate here. The back gate is at a point where there's just a huge body of water in front of it, a large part of the river, and it's going to be very difficult for anything to happen. Like, it's going to be very difficult to have the road run out and then across the water like that. I'd have to build a bridge, and I don't really want to do that. So what we're probably going to do instead is have the road, like, we can't even have it go that way either, because there's basically nothing that way. So we're going to have the road from this gate come out, round here, probably cross the river or ford the river or wherever. We'll have it go around there, up the mountain, and then it'll be up there. So we'll already be out that side anyway. And that way we can, if we want to build roads, we can build roads that way or that way. Who knows? So the point is, this side's already really covered by this gate in my thinking. So there's no real need to have a gate out this side as well. And besides, I kind of like... I know we tore into the wall to build the castle. I know I removed a section of the wall to build the castle, but I don't really want to remove too many other sections if it can be helped. So I think we'll abandon the gate idea. I did, however, want to build a kind of military area, because, you know, it's the opposite side of the castle. It might be useful to have something here, like a tower or whatnot. So we might try that. I think a tower would be pretty cool. Also, and I don't know how feasible this is, but I do kind of want to build a mill. Now, we don't have a river. I've spoken about this before, but we don't have a river in the city, which is, as I said, kind of strange because most cities, or certainly most ancient cities in Europe, were built up around rivers. And this obviously, it has rivers surrounding it, but it doesn't have any rivers in it. So the question is, what would we use to power the mill? What I'm thinking of is maybe creating some sort of a stream that comes down from this hill and like flows down there and then under the wall, under the road, and out to the river out there. I think that would be pretty cool. Okay, so I think we're going to do something a bit ambitious. We're going to plan out the next few builds in this area just to see how the lie of the land is. I don't normally do this. I prefer to keep things a secret and reveal what I'm going to do during the video. But I am going to give away stuff. Now I planned on putting the aquarium that Warrior suggested in the comments. I planned on putting that over here because it's next to the museum, and an aquarium, well, it's not a museum, it's kind of a similar sort of building, or with a similar sort of purpose. So I thought putting that here. One issue with that is there's not much space, so we'd have to go underground. I planned to go underground anyway, and that's fine. But the thing is, it's next to the museum, and much of the museum I plan on putting underground as well. But yeah, let's just kind of have a look at what we could do. It's going to be kind of a strange build, because, well, that's basically, it's not going to be that shape necessarily, but that's what we've got to work with. And then I'll maybe bring the road over here, the road that I built recently, we'll bring that over here. We've got the path extended right to the main road, which is good. So we'll have a building here, that's fine. It'll be a very small building. As I said, probably the aquarium. Keep in mind the aquarium just needs to go underground, and that's fine. Over here, I've not planned every build. I do have one or two ideas. But we are hopefully going to have builds all the way along the road here. And I think that would look cool because we've got the builds here looking out over the lake. I think that would, or pond or puddle or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think that would look pretty cool. And we'll have that all the way around to the hill. That's fine. In the back, I'm not sure yet because I'm not sure how big those builds are going to be. Potentially, we'll have the mill over here. I've not thought about that one too much. This road here kind of stops here. These roads go quite close to each other, so it would make sense to join them up, but I'm not really sure. Maybe we should. Oh, these guys used to be like way over there. It's funny, I first found them like way over there, then they just migrated way over there, now they're way over here again, and yeah. What I'm trying to figure out is the layout of the paths in relation to the hill. Well, for one thing, I don't know what sort of a building we're going to have here, and for another, I don't know its significance and how the paths are going to connect to it. I think we will manipulate the terrain a bit here. I don't really want to, but I think it's important that we do, because otherwise it's going to be a road to nowhere. So basically what we'll do is we will need to get ourselves some of that. Some of that gravel. We'll just apply that here. Okay, so here's the part where I need to think. I need to use my brain. So we got the road continuing on 7 wide up to here. I think what we'll do is have it turn and go in a staircase up here because we need it to go up. I almost want to fill this in with. I think we're going to do that actually. I'm going to get rid of all this. Listen. I built this wall ages ago. I've no idea what my thought process was when I was digging this out. I assumed the hill extended beyond the wall, and I just kind of dug through it and placed the wall there. So, I don't know why I didn't just go over the hill. I guess it was too difficult. I guess the point is now, I'd rather just fill it in and leave it like that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dig up all of this stuff and fill it in with dirt or stone or something like that. Okay, so I filled it in. That's fine. We're not going to have the path come up here, though. We'll probably have it come up here. Maybe. I kind of do want a staircase going up. So where is those stone stairs or cobble stairs or whatever? So we're just going to start the staircase here. That should be fine, hopefully. This is the sort of stuff I could do off camera, but it's the sort of stuff I'd be doing today anyway, and I thought I might as well just record it so you can see what goes through my head when I try to build stuff. I mean, you know already. that I just freak out and have a panic attack. Let's get some more stairs. We'll add possibly another type of staircase. We'll add another type of stairs in as well, but for now this will do. We'll do that, and then yeah, we've got the staircase built in, and I'm also going to change the height of the wall. I mean, I'm not really changing the height of the wall, I'm just extending it downwards, which invariably makes it seem taller. Which I know is kind of strange, but it's just for looks really. I've changed the way the staircase up goes, the gradual one. As you can see, it kind of it narrows a bit as you approach the staircase. I think that looks a bit better. You know, instead of going from super wide to super narrow, it's just a bit more gradual. Okay, so I appreciate I've not done an awful lot this episode, but I am going to try and get started on some sort of a tower. I also want to kind of build a staircase up the side of the wall, just so, you know, someone can be down here and then they can get up there. I guess we could use the tower for that purpose. Okay, so we're not going to make the towers identical to those ones for the castle, but we will just be using cobble. Let's get some logs out as well. Hopefully we've got enough spruce wood. Probably not. Okay, so I might go for a tower something like that. We are using cobble, as I mentioned, because I want it to kind of fit in with the wall. I don't know how big it's going to be. We'll just, I guess, build up here. I want it to be a fair size. Is that too big? Maybe it is. Let's have a look. No, I think that's a good size. I think we can live with that. The only problem is I do not have, or I don't think I've got enough stone. I don't have enough logs to complete it. So I kind of want to wrap this episode up in a bit. Unfortunately, I just cannot get a start in this tower. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it. I'll work on it next episode, or in between next episode and the episode after. What I do want to do, and I've had this thought for a wee while now, not too long, but I have just considered turning this into a small loch or lake, depending on what part of the world you come from. So I'm just going to fill that up with water. Oh dear, it's turning night. I think it'll look pretty cool. And what I plan to do is have a small sort of river coming out of it. I'm going to try and fill it up to the point where it's high enough to, you know, have actual flowing water. Let's not put that there, let's put that there. Okay, so as you can see here, I've built kind of a smaller pool of water. This is manual, obviously. The one up here was an actual legit one that was built in or put in an actual basin, I guess, that was formed by the Minecraft terrain. But what I want to do is dig away some of that and see how that looks. I think that might look quite nice. It's alright. Could be worse. And we might get some nature stuff around here. I know this is kind of like the naturey section of the city, but whatever. I am not opposed to that. I mean, we could put a building here on this area. Tower, yeah, the tower will go there, and that can link up with a wall, which would be nice. And then we'll, as I said, there'll be more buildings kicking around here. We are filling up the area quite nicely. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out eventually and have a stream coming down here, and that can be where the mill, like the water the mill runs off of. But we'll get onto that another time. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you when I see you.